Men love to wander, and that is the seed of science. Science is nothing but to explore the things, explore your knowledge. Good morning, students. So, uh, before to start with the today's topic, I would like to show you this picture. By looking at this picture, you can easily make out the difference between the two. There is a one side we have a zebra, fish, frog, and other side we have a doll, ball, chair, teddy. You can easily make out the difference that one side we have a living organism, other side we have a non-living organism, which you have studied earlier also. Now the next question is, on what basis you can differentiate between the two? How can you say that the one side, this side is living organism and here we have a non-living organism? You said, ma'am, answer will be because they are breathing. That means might be in this organisms there is a respiratory process is going on. Yes, because they are breathing. Students, similarly, there are various processes going on in our body which make us living, and that processes we call it the life processes. हमें जिंदा रहने के लिए कुछ ऐसे प्रोसेसेस हमारी बॉडी में हो रहे होते हैं जो हमारे को लिविंग बनाते हैं, एंड वी कॉल दैट प्रोसेसेस द life processes. Not only the respiration, there are various life processes taking place in our body. One we have discussed, that is breathing. When we breathing, that means the respiration process is going on, and when we excreting out the waste, that is excretion. We even reproduce like our similar organisms, that is the reproductions. Transportation of blood is circulating in the body, that is a transportation. And the next term is nutrition. What is this nutrition? Nutrition is nothing but it is actually related to the food. अब students, when we don't eat the food at some time of some span of time, we will going to die because we didn't get the food. So nutrition is also one of the very important life processes. So now in this chapter we are only discuss about the one of the life process part is nutrition. What अब now question arises, what is nutrition? Nutrition is nothing but the obtaining and utilizing the food is called nutrition. What does it mean? हम nutrition दो terms है. Obtaining of food, हम food कहाँ से ले रहे हैं, that is most important, and how when we eat that food, how that food is getting utilized in our body, that is also how it can be digested. This whole process is called nutrition. ये सारा process को कहा जाता है nutrition. अब food, अब students question आए, food क्यों चाहिए? Because obviously it will give us energy. They provide us energy. I think food not only giving the energy, but it is also helping in the growth and development. It also help in the building of your muscles. So food contains some components in it which are essential for our body to function, and that component we call it nutrients. These are nothing but the components which is present in the food help us in the proper functioning of our body. You have already studied the different types of nutrients in your, that is carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamin, minerals and water. These are the students. So nutrition in this chapter we are going to study about the nutrition, that one of the life process. This chapter has been divided in two parts, nutrition in plants and nutrition in animals. So in first segment of this chapter we are going to study about nutrition in plants. So now on this term थी nutrition की, how the foods get obtained. On that basis कि food कैसे obtain किया जा सकता है, किसी प्लांट, किसी और को, जानवर को मार के हम फूड ऑब्टेन कर रहे हैं, या किसी और पे डिपेंडेंट होके हम वो फूड ले रहे हैं, या हमारी बॉडी खुद ही फूड बना रही है, उस बेसिस पे हमने न्यूट्रिशन को दो पार्ट में डिवाइड किया है. पहला पार्ट, अगर हमारी बॉडी खुद से ही फूड बना रही है, हम किसी और पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है, सो दैट इज नोन एज autotrophic mode of nutrition. As the word says, auto means self, khud, or trophic means nutrition. That means that is food. They are those organisms which makes their own food. That is autotrophic mode of nutrition. इसमें आ जाता है examples are that is green plants. We are very much familiar that green plants makes their own food. Even there are some algae and some bacteria also come under the category of autotrophic mode of nutrition. Algae is the, have you seen a stagnant water? खड़ा हुआ पानी देखा है, उसके नीचे काई जम जाती है हरे रंग की, उसको we call it algae. They are the one of the example of algae. And second category is those which are dependent on the other for the food. उनकी खुद की बॉडी खाना नहीं बना रही, वो दूसरों पे डिपेंडेंट होते हैं खाने के लिए. That is heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero means other and trophic we have already discussed, that is nutrition means food. It is that mode of nutrition in which the organism depends on other for the food. Examples, all the human beings, all the animals are the examples of the come under the category of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic is further divided in that other part which we will discuss later on. Then this is the food chain, how we are dependent on others. Like more of the herbivorous animals directly depends on the plants for them, and whereas carnivorous and other animals are indirectly dependent on the plants, and this way they make a food chain. Now we will first discuss the autotrophic mode of nutrition in this segment. Autotrophic means, we have already discussed the definition. They are those organisms. Autotrophic mode of nutrition is that where the organism makes their own food by the process called as photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis is putting together. The word photosynthesis. This process is taking place in the presence of sunlight. So, students, just like when we have to prepare a dal at our home, हमें घर में दाल बनानी है, so we required some raw material. अब इस process के लिए we required some raw materials. ये process जिससे plants अपना खाना बनाते हैं. खाना बनाने के लिए रॉ मटेरियल्स चाहिए. जैसे अगर हमें दाल बनानी है तो मुझे उसके लिए पहले रॉ मटेरियल्स चाहिए होते हैं. तो पहले आई कलेक्ट द रॉ मटेरियल्स, और सिमिलरली फोटोसिंथेसिस करने के लिए हमें कुछ रॉ मटेरियल्स की ज़रूरत है. तो पहला रॉ मटेरियल, बिफोर टू स्टार्ट विद द रॉ मटेरियल्स ऑफ photosynthesis, we must know that where this photosynthesis actually occur in the plants. Yes, it is occur in the leaves. Yes, leaves are actually the food factories of the plants. Just like our kitchen where the food is being prepared, it is actually the kitchen of the plant where the food has been prepared. Now we will start with our raw materials of the photosynthesis. What are the raw materials we require for the photosynthesis? Students, just like when we have to prepare a dal, first our mother collects the ingredients which we required. Similarly, for photosynthesis, what raw materials we required is, number one is carbon dioxide. Yes, the gas which is very much available in the air. This gas is present in the air. Now the question arises, how this gas will enter into the leaves. अब ये leaves में कैसे जाएगी? अब students, अगर हमारे घर में किसी मेहमान ने आना होता है या किसी ने भी आना होता है, हमारे पास एक दरवाज़ा होता है जिसके थ्रू वो गेस्ट हमारे घर में एंटर करता है। अब इस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ने लीव्स के अंदर एंटर करना है, तो लीव्स के अंदर छोटी छोटी ओपनिंग्स होती हैं। द लीव्स हैव अ वेरी स्मॉल पोर्स एंड ओपनिंग्स which we call it stomata. They have the present in the leaves. Milia very minute and very large in number present in the leaves. अब स्टूडेंट्स, हमारे स्कूल में देयर इज अ गार्ड भैया भी होते हैं जो गार्ड करते हैं कौन हमारे स्कूल में एंटर करेगा और कौन नहीं करेगा। सिमिलरली द स्टोमेटा इज ऑल्सो गार्डेड बाय अ गार्ड सेल्स which help in the opening and the closing of the stomata, which वो help करते हैं कि stomata कब खुलेगा और कब बंद होगा। So they are being guarded by a guard cells, and through this stomata, through this opening, the carbon dioxide enter into the leaves. And next is raw material we require, that is water, and we will provide the water to the plants. हम पानी देते हैं पौधों को, बट क्या हम पानी सीधा लीव्स पे देते हैं? नहीं, एक्चुअली हम पानी सॉइल में देते हैं या रूट्स में देते हैं। अब रूट्स के थ्रू पानी लीव्स तक कैसे पहुंचे? क्योंकि लीव्स में जाके फोटोसिंथेसिस होनी है, रूट्स में नहीं। तो हाउ दिस वाटर विल एंटर इनटू द लीव्स? नाउ देयर इज अ पाइपलाइंस, जस्ट लाइक अ पाइपलाइंस वी हैव एट आवर होम्स, कि अंडरग्राउंड वाटर हमारे घर तक कैसे पहुंचता है? थ्रू दैट पाइपलाइंस। तो लीव्स में रूट्स में भी नेटवर्क्स ऑफ ट्यूब्स होती हैं जिसके थ्रू पानी रूट्स से लीव्स तक पहुंचता है, एंड देयर इज अ नेटवर्क ऑफ द ट्यूब्स विच वी कॉल इट, दैट इज वेसल्स. This network, through these vessels, the water from the roots reaches to the leaves. So we have two raw materials which we require for photosynthesis, that is, one is carbon dioxide which we get it from the air, and water which we get it from the soil, which we provide the soil and which reaches to the leaves. So students, now we have, just like your mother, we have to prepare a dal. So we have collected our raw materials. I have collected the dal as well as water. Now can my dal, if I mix the dal with the water, क्या दाल बन जाएगी? नहीं, जब तक मैं उसे गर्म नहीं करूँगी. तो similarly, if I want to mix the carbon dioxide and water, I require the third, that energy, so that it mixes with the carbon dioxide, mixes with the water, that is the solar energy, that is sunlight. That's why the photosynthesis occur in the presence of sunlight. This solar energy helps the material, this raw materials, to mix it. So this is for the photosynthesis we require the three things: carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. Now students, I have in the starting I have told that photosynthesis only occur in the green plants. It does not occur in the non-green plants. My question is, why non-green plants cannot perform the photosynthesis? All three materials are there. Carbon dioxide they get it from the air, पानी आप दे ही रहे हो और सनलाइट उन्हें मिल ही रही है. तो ऐसा क्या हो जाता है कि नॉन ग्रीन प्लांट्स फोटोसिंथेसिस नहीं कर पाते, पर वेयरएज ग्रीन प्लांट्स फोटोसिंथेसिस कर पा रहे हैं? दोनों को सारी चीज़ें मिल रही हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड भी मिल रहा है, पानी भी मिल रहा है और सनलाइट जो एनर्जी चाहिए वो भी मिल रही है. अब स्टूडेंट्स, आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू, आपकी मदर ने दाल बनाई, इंग्रेडिएंट्स तैयार करे, हमें एनर्जी यानी कि हीट भी मिल रही है थ्रू योर स्टोव्स, आप उसे हीट भी देंगे. अब सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन था, अगर मेरे पास बर्तन ही नहीं है उसे गर्म करने के लिए, क्या मेरी दाल, क्या मेरे वो क्या दाल मैं प्रिपेयर कर पाऊँगी? इफ़ आई डोंट हैव अ सॉस पैन और अ कुकर where I put my all ingredients and put it on the gas stoves, I cannot prepare my dal. And in the similar manner, there is a one raw material which is very important which play a very vital role in the green plants, that is, which makes the plant green, that is chlorophyll. What is the function of this chlorophyll? First of all, it obviously it giving a green color to the leaves. That is because of this pigment. Pigment means color. Because of that color, they give the green color to the leaves. That is called chlorophyll. And what is the function of the chlorophyll is the most important is that it captures the solar energy. If there is no chlorophyll, the sunlight will comes to the leaves and reflected back. It does not get captured. लीव्स उसे पकड़ नहीं पाएगा. अगर लीव्स के पास सोलर एनर्जी नहीं होगी तो रॉ मटेरियल्स फोटोसिंथेसिस परफॉर्म नहीं हो पाएगा. So that's why the chlorophyll is very much important. It helps to capture the solar energy. It's just like your saucepan or a cooker where you put your ingredients and then put it on the stove. So this actually that cooker or saucepan acts, they transfer the heat to the dal. That's why your dal get prepared. And chlorophyll does the same thing. It captures the solar energy. वो सोलर एनर्जी को पकड़ता है और जिसकी हेल्प से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और वाटर मिक्स होते हैं and the photosynthesis occurs. So we have required the 4 things to for the photosynthesis, that is carbon dioxide, water, solar energy, and none other than we require the chlorophyll. When this photosynthesis occurs, we get 2 major products. What are they? We get first, that is carbohydrate. That is mainly glucose. You have heard about this word glucose. Students, glucose, the formula of the glucose, if I back it, you just look at the glucose. It is made up of 3 elements. One is C is carbon, H is hydrogen, O is oxygen. The glucose is or carbohydrate is made up of 3 elements: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So this is the one of the product which is formed in the photosynthesis. And one more thing I want to add over here, the glucose. Like students, if we don't in our kitchen, if we don't want that food, if we prepared an extra food, तो मम्मा क्या करती है, उसको स्टोर करके रख देती है. So similarly, if the glucose is not being required by the plants, it means converted or stored in the form of starch. Glucose convert हो जाता है starch की form में, leaves में. So that is, the glucose is converted into starch and sometimes also converted into proteins and fats as well. So this is one of the major product formed after the photosynthesis. And another major product which we get from the photosynthesis is oxygen. We know how much this oxygen is being required for our living. So now the question arises. There is a question in your book that life is impossible if the photosynthesis is not. Why this is so? This is very much important because photosynthesis gives us 2 major products. That is, one is food, that is in the form of carbohydrate, and second is oxygen. Both things are required for a person or a human being to live in, or a living organism to live in. So that's why if the photosynthesis is not there, the life cannot possible on the earth.